All right, y'all. Welcome to the Vibes That I'm a podcast with Ashley and Baby. So I'm trying to do better at recording these things so that I can upload them. And even though I don't want my baby's face to show, the reality is that I'm with her all the time. So this is gonna look a little weird. Right now, I am finally back home. I'm finally back home from vacation in Puerto Rico. I had my vacation extended for another week, and I'm finally back home, and I'm so happy I'm back home. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I'm just here getting the house in order, putting away some of the dishes that we had put in the dishwasher, cleaning some of the things that we had brought. That way, the house is kind of orderly, and I'm able to just live life again the way I'm supposed to, or at least the way that I have designed it up to this point, right? So, with that being said, I am going to do a better job at posting more, whether it's on my social media page, on YouTube, try to upload things on Spotify. That way, even though this is supposed to be a podcast, I think this is going to end up being more of like a vlog of where I just talk about my life, talk about my ideas, talk about the things that I find, my practices, just a little bit of everything. And we'll see how this transforms and how it continues to grow. Because I'm doing this under Vibes del Alma, ¿verdad? That's the name of the blog that I started back in 2019, 2020. I think it was 2019. I started this Instagram page to just kind of like talk about my spiritual path and my spiritual findings and the way that I would evolve, the things that I would do to help me and my mental health that weren't just spiritual, even though it started out that way, but then continued to also evolve with receiving licensed medical help, which is nothing to be ashamed of. It helped me a lot. So I think I want to kind of go back to that, where like the Vibes and Alma page is about me sharing my life, my experiences, my findings, and of course, they're mine. They're my opinions, they're my journeys, my experiences. And I am a full believer that everybody learns through stories and through listening to other people's stories. So, in no way, shape, or form is it that what I'm saying is like the truth with a capital T, or like the way for you to be able to evolve, whatever that means, or the way for you to be able to find yourself again. It's just these are the things that I've tried and that have worked for me. I'm saying that because I just thought that I'm going to start my blog, talk about random stuff that I enjoy and love and talk about here, and we'll see how it evolves. For those of you that have been following me, I've been in and out of offerings and services and stuff. But ultimately, like what I love to do, and what, because this is what I do for myself, right? Is try to figure out who the heck I am. Who am I? What do I stand for? What are my values? What are my morals? What do I really truly enjoy? What brings joy to my life? What sparks my will to live? It's because I remember asking myself, fresh out of college, like life, like this can't be it. Like I couldn't have worked this hard in elementary school, middle school, high school, and college for me to get to this type of livelihood. Like this can't be it. And that ended up bringing up other questions like, okay, like what if I lived all of my life trying to follow the norm, follow the societal expectations of what I'm supposed to be doing, and it hasn't brought joy and enjoyment and passion into my life, then what will? What does? And now I had to relearn who I am, right? When I was younger, I had to figure I just had to go off of what other people told me. I had to go off of what my parents said, family members said, and sometimes that is based off of their own life experiences. And the reality is, a lot has changed. in the last 50 years. A lot. So the rules of the game of life have completely changed from when my parents and my grandparents were growing up till now. The things that, something that my dad would always say is that a government job is the safest job you can get. We're in 2026. Someone got elected in 2025, and we all know what happened to government jobs. So again, the rules of the game change. So it's not about how to play the game. I want to focus more on how do I live my life? How do I get to enjoy this life while people are playing this game, while people are trying to make the best of what they can make? What are the things that truly matter to me? And, money matters because even though people say money doesn't buy happiness, which is true, money also can help provide certain lifestyles. So even though money isn't everything, money is something. Money is energy. Money brings abundance. Money brings opportunities. Money brings diversity and, just different ways of living life that are a lot better than some. So it also just depends on who you are, right? Because for some people, there's different lifestyles that you want, that you value, and that you honor, and that's fine. I don't. I want money to be third. I want my self love, passion, creativity to be first. I want family and how I am in service to the humanity, to my own family, my child to be second. And then I want money to be third. And hopefully all of those things align and they're beautiful and powerful. But that's what I want. Like, I want my job, I want my work to be of servitude. My baby's complaining. Maybe I should take her out so she can play. I want my job. I want what I do for money to also bring a sense of fulfillment. And then that brings up the question, how the heck do I feel fulfilled? What is fulfillment? What is fulfillment for me? How will I feel fulfilled? What the heck does a fulfill mean? I just a full heart. What is a full heart? I can't, like, my heart is full of blood. So like, what is a full heart? What is fulfillment? Welcome to my TED Talk at 10 in the morning. So then fulfillment isn't this ecstatic state. I think I have found for myself, because that is not being full. That is being exalted. That's being electrified, right? For me to feel fulfilled, and this, there have been scientific findings about this, for you to feel like you are fulfilled in your job and that you enjoy your job, there has to be some sort of relationship where you are doing a service for other people and you are providing something to others or to society. Um, except for the people that feel fulfilled at just, being of service to themselves. That's also another option. But for a lot of people, if you can find some way, shape, or form where you are of service to a community or to someone in the job that you're doing, that is good enough. And then the other thing is something that you enjoy, and it doesn't necessarily have to come easy, but you do have to enjoy learning, working for it, and providing it. So for some people, being realtors, they are being of service to people trying to buy homes. Though I think that the way that I have found that I like to be of service is not to heal others, but it's to be able to help plant a seed and nurture a seed within another being. Like, I like being of service in that way. Like, okay, you want to know how to read cards for yourself, but let me help you plant the seed and help you start off the path of nurturing the seed so you can continue growing this on your own. Oh, you feel like you want to balance your energy? Cool. Let's sit together. Let's talk about it. Let me go ahead and help you plant the seed. And then let me tell you what I see the soil and how it looks like. So that way you know how to tend your soil, you know how to tend your seed, and you can grow with it. I like doing that for two reasons. One, it would be extremely narcissistic of me to think that I have the power to heal other people and that they have to go through me for them to be healed. No, no. Two, I don't want to be in the savior complex of I have to heal the world. F that. You know how many people are out there? I have to focus on like a few of them, my child, my husband, myself. That's enough, okay? I can add other people to come and like for me to be able to help them, but I would rather give you the tools and you continue that on your own because of two reasons. One, that is also less on me. It's a less of a load on me. I can continue pouring into my family. And two, I it's not that I don't want to promote myself. I can promote myself while I'm working on it. On how to promote me, how to promote how I can help other people, how I can be of service to others. And I don't want people to be dependent on me because that's not the point. If you receive some sort of spiritual service and the person providing the service is making you come back for more and given urgency and fear, that's the energy that I don't want. I want something that's more sustainable. I want something that's more about reciprocity of give back and forth. And I'd rather help. It's like if I were to plant a billion trees on my own and take care of all of the billion trees on my own versus if I were to get a team and other people and be like, all right, this is how you plant one tree. And now you're going to plant a tree and then you can go ahead and teach others. Like, I'd rather it be that type of snowball effect because the only thing that I'm gaining from teaching other people how to plant trees is that there's more trees. Like, I'm not getting anything for that. Nature is, well, actually, I am getting something out of it because if nature's better, then I'm better. But, and there is definitely, I have felt like different people, I don't want to say like names or anything, but there is a difference between when someone is offering a service out of fulfillment or out of love or just to be able to empower others versus when someone is providing a service wanting to hook people and to keep them coming for more. There is an energetic difference and I feel it. And every time I get to that point, I'm kind of like, oof, I don't like this. And I have kind of there's times that I promote myself more and times that I promote myself less because of this. Because I'm like, okay, like how do I in this realm of wanting to help people and be of service to others, how do I make sure that I'm not giving off that energy of capitalism or of like hooking people or whatever that means? Like, I don't want desperation. I want this to be some beautiful reciprocal situationship. So sometimes that's why like I pause and I like come back and I'm like, I don't want to push myself to people. I want things to flow naturally and for them to flow abundantly, prosperously, abundantly, not only meaning money coming in, but also fulfillment, also enjoyment, also a better balance and harmony within my life. Like it's not all about money. It is somewhat about money, but it's not all about money. So my goal, one of the many goals that I have, but one of my goals for this year, which I'm hoping to kind of talk about and I guess hopefully try to get you all to learn about and share with y'all is about how do I spark more of that creativity into my life and that fulfillment, whatever that means, right? Um, so hopefully you guys come along with me in this journey, and I will have to do better. I need to do at least a monthly update on it. Let me make easy goals for myself that are smart, right? That are smart. What does smart stand for? I know it's measurable, attainable, that I have a time frame to be able to reflect back on it. And I think S is sustainable, as in like this makes sense for my life and my livelihood and the responsibilities that I already hold that I shouldn't really like let go of. So I will probably, after this, sit down and figure out some smart goals or goal regarding creativity itself and how to show up and give updates. Because not only is me being able to give an update good for me, but it's also good for what I'm doing because that way I have some sort of accountability system where y'all are like, yo, girl, what are you doing with creativity? All right, until next time, y'all.